Hello, and welcome to Cardboard and Plastic. Today is my first video in a few months. I've been still collecting, buying some raw cards. Really kind of took a little break from collecting for a bit. So in the back, I got a few cards that I'm going to kind of discuss as I go through one of my next orders for CSG. I'll begin here with this card. I'm still collecting Hall of Fame rookies, so if I can find a card, and I bought this for less than the grading costs, I think it was $9.18 from eBay. So these are the type of things that I can't even buy this card for $1 and then send it to CSG to get a grade. So I will buy graded cards once in a while, and I really won't spend good money on a graded card. But this one I traded for one of my George Brett rookies. I had multiple. And this card, absolutely gorgeous centering, Steve Largent. I had one just sitting in a top loader that was badly off-centered, so always wanted to upgrade it. So really high grade for that card. The other two cards, this card I don't know if I showed everybody. It does have a little crease down here, so the grade 2.5 is very fair. But I've been collecting the red backs, blue backs, and I wanted to do it completely raw. But then I saw this card for less than what I could get a raw copy for in a holder. And I did like the GC holders, so I did get that, and a few cards like I do want to get graded. For instance, Slaughter, pesky there, blue back, and this card's in really nice shape. And this card has a little crease on it, but a Hall of Fame card of Duke Snider from the 1951. That's a red back. I do want to get these graded eventually. However, I bought this card for less than the grading costs of SGC. I can't spend $25 each to get them graded. Now, I could send them to CSG for $10.80. However, it really pisses me off because they don't have holders for them. So this is kind of the same thing as BVG. They put them in a plastic sleeve. And I don't know if I like that look. But I'm really getting tired of just waiting for the grading costs of PSA and SGC to come down. I'm going to spend $10.80 for CSG, but I'm not going to spend over double that for the other companies. And PSA, even though like sometimes they have the specials for $15, the vintage, it takes them longer to grade. So I don't know if my cards are going to be gone for 1 month, 2 months, 5 months. And I really don't want to deal with that after my previous PSA submissions. So I have a bunch of nice blueback redbacks. Maybe I'll just bite the bullet and just have them in that ugly sleeve. CSG, if you're listening, please get cutouts for oddball-shaped cards. I would use those, and I would even pay a couple of dollars extra. But I won't pay $5 extra like the thick holders that you have. A couple of other things, like I got a COMC ordered back. So again, for my Rick Smits PC, eBay 1 of 1. I already had, actually this is my third card I have of this. But this one I couldn't pass up because it's the number 1 out of 100. Sticker auto, hate them, but this is the, I think, gold mirror. I have the gold mirror for the other year. That's the on-card auto for totally certified, so just got it. And the Rave out of $3.99. Picked this one up as well. And from COMC, I got a couple of Hall of Fame autos. We got Phil Necro. Beautiful Barry Larkin auto. And to go, and this is kind of my goal, so I got a Steve Largent rookie, and I have his autograph. So I want to do this for all the Hall of Famers, is have their auto and their rookie card. And I really don't care, just as long as the card itself has the team on it. I'm fine with that. Panini products. And I don't like, and I know some people, this is the new trend to get rookie cards signed. When I collected back in the 90s, it was a sin to put an autograph on a rookie card. And I still kind of think that way in my head, and I just won't get it done. And plus, I really like the cards that were designed to have autos. They just look really nice and clean, in my opinion. And again, CSG, I would love to have all these cards slabbed by you in your nice holders, but I'm not going to pay $2 extra so you can tell me that this is a beautiful autograph, and I'm not going to pay $5 more because it's a thick slab. So have a special. Autograph cards at the regular price. I'll send in tons of those. And I'm going to start a new CSG submission coming up. And, before I do that, this is really kind of silly. I got this from PSA, the first of the year. It's a Michael Jordan PSA magazine. I don't know if you could see it here, if I can get this in focus through the sleeve. Can I get it? I don't think I can. It's wrinkled there. This is a limited edition out of 2,500. People are paying $100 for this thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. So now we have not only PSA slabs, but they're making magazines that are limited edition. So I got that in the mail, and I'm going to sell that thing eventually. I don't need a limited edition price guide. So just a few cards that I'm thinking about sending in. Some of these I may or may not. I looked these over. Oh, and before I do that too, so I got a nice 1952, Slaughter. You win some, you lose some. So I buy raw cards to grade. I don't like to pay the premiums of graded prices. Now, once in a while, you get beautiful cards, and sometimes you lose a couple of dollars. And actually, with this one, I don't think I lost a few dollars. So this is a beautifully centered Dave Winfield for $15. And you can see that it has a nice little surface wrinkle. It's not even a crease. It's not on the back, but it's a surface wrinkle. So I didn't see that from the image. You lose some, you win some. So I lost on this one. Maybe I'll get my money back. And I got these for like $1 to $2 a piece or something like that off of COMC. And so it's a shame that this is a beautiful card, but then you just inspect it just a little bit, right? Just a little bit of a surface wrinkle there. So really can't grade it, but this card, for new collectors, you could get a card for this, this Hall of Famer, for $1 to $2. And then you get a top loader, throw it in there. Nicely centered, beautiful card. So again, I'm just going to keep these in top loaders until I find a card that is worthy of grading, in my opinion. This one here, beautiful card, but then we got the surface wrinkle on it. All right, so again, will look nice in a top loader. This one is absolutely beautiful. Frank Robinson. The only issue with the card is at the tippy top here. Kind of gotta get better cameras and lighting. There's a little tiny issue at the top here, but the card is really sharp. I might even send it in. Nicely centered. Even though I think I bought this card for 89 cents. So pay 1080, grade it, just have it for a while. Worst that happens, it's not worth 1080. I find a better one, and I sell it for $5, lose a few dollars. So here are 20 cards that I'm planning on maybe submitting. I still have to go over these, but here's a 1952 blackback, Slaughter. Beautiful Eddie Matthews. I bought this in a lot for like $25. But I have another Eddie Matthews in here as well. But this one, I saw it. It looked really nice, and I got the lot. Beautiful. And also came with like a 1955 Bowman that had a crease on it. And all the other cards I got, I think I still would have paid $25 for them, even without that one. Here's a Ernie Banks, 1960. Again, some corner issues, but no creases or surface wrinkles on that card. Here's a beautiful Jim Bunning centered card. Little issue in the corner there. This card I actually had on COMC, and nobody would want to buy it for like $19, $20. I would even accept a little bit less. So I decided, like, yep, I'm going to send it back home. The only issue is that little tiny wrinkle at the bottom. That's it. The rest of the card has no issues whatsoever. Even the corners are absolutely great. Great color. Nicely centered. I'll send this to COMC. And I guarantee I'll be able to sell it for the grading costs and $20 more there. So this also came with Eddie Matthews lot. It's not the greatest card, but I'll slab it. This card I got from COMC for really cheap. I think like $1. And if you take a look at it, I mean, it is like out of the pack fresh. I mean, this card is absolutely stunning. A little bit left up, top to bottom, off-centered, right? But and I got this like from the same person there, so I guess they just had a bunch of 1968 tops in great condition, just sent them off to COMC. This card, I'm on the border about sending. Again, I mean, corners are not good for this card. Some issues. But these cards for the 1971 Thurman Munsons to find centered like this are very rare. And the card has a beautiful image on it. Beautiful registration. So I think I'm just going to send it and get slabbed. I'm surprised I never got that card. It was like one of those cards that is very iconic. Here's a Tom Seaver. Beautiful card. I'm going to send that in. This card I'm on the fence about as well, but Jim Hunter. Catfish. Here's a Mike Schmidt. A little off-centered. Has a really ugly print dot right there. But it's even hard to find these second-year Schmidt cards with this centering. Here's a card bought raw. Nicely centered Hank Aaron. Last year card with all his stats. And here's a card that I said I'd always get. Oh, my. Yeah, all my card savers are disgusting. I mean, they're going to throw these out anyway, so I just throw the cards in these old ones I get. Not great centering, but this is a very iconic card, and I never owned it, so and might as well, if I have the tops already graded and I'm going to have the Donners graded, you got to get the Flair graded, have the trifecta. Now, I had a couple of cards that I showed you that I said, okay, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And this card I bought raw, and the centering is amazing for this Fred McGriff rookie, and the corners are absolutely sharp. So I'm going to send this one in. I'm expecting a high grade for that card. Here's a beautifully centered Willie Mays. Just a little issue that corner up there. But the centering is amazing for this card, and the surface is perfect. And here are some of the big 3 cards I have that I'm going to get graded. Here's a Robin Yount. A little edge issue at the bottom, but this is a beautifully centered card with pretty nice corners. I have a PSA 7. I think this is a little bit nicer than my PSA 7. And I was going to buy one of these graded, but I decided to get one raw. And then I saw another seller that had another raw. And I spent actually decent money for these. So we're going to see how these grade. So this one, both of these have beautiful surfaces. I checked these out underneath the light. There is no surface wrinkles, no scratches. These cards are gorgeous. This card, the problem with it is you can see it's slightly tilted just a little bit, like a little diamond cut. But really nice. These cards, I was thinking about sending to PSA. A little bit higher end than the other cards I have, but I'm going to send them to CSG. And I bought one, and then I found another one that I liked as well. So this card is a little bit left to right centered, but I mean, if you take a look at these cards, they all have centering issues. The only issue about this card is a little bit of a little whiting down there at that corner. But the color for this card is absolutely stunning, and like this one has a little bit of a print off center right, so you can see a little bit of the, a little bit of the green. You can see it's like a little bit off. But this one's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to be sending these into CSG in the next week. And I'll do a reveal when I get these cards back. I also got a couple of other cards I'm getting in the mail today and next week. And so I'll get my order together and I'll do a reveal. So let me know, what cards here should I not grade? Am I wasting my money? And would you pay $100 for a Jordan PSA magazine? Somebody definitely will when I put this on eBay. Again, thank you for watching, and keep on collecting.